Wow, I can't believe I'm already on episode 11. That means that next episode will be 3 months. Yeah, all right. Well, let's begin. I want to talk about complaining. With everything going on in the world today and in our country, I know that it's really easy to complain. But is that complaining helping us or hindering us? Did you know that scientifically speaking, complaining takes up more of our time and resources than we may think? In fact, a study I read on CNBC said that when we complain 30 minutes or more a day, our brain actually begins to shrink, which is scary because complainers already think small. The 1996 Stanford study took MRI scans and found that stress created from complaining actually shrinks the hippocampus, which is the region of the brain that is involved in the formation of new memories. Will Bowen, best-selling author of A Complaint-Free World, wrote that the average person complains 15 to 30 times a day. That's a lot of brain shrinkage. I guess you could almost make the case that complaining for your brain is as smoking is to the lungs. So why do people complain? Complaining keeps people from taking action. It gives them an excuse to procrastinate. It's much easier to complain than it is to find a solution. But one of the main reasons people complain is to avoid responsibility. Take, for example, that guy or gal that's in your rearview mirror honking your horn on your morning commute. You can't go any faster because you're stuck in rush hour traffic. You look in the rearview mirror and they're flipping you the bird, sticking their head out the window, shouting every profanity that you've ever heard in the English language. Perhaps they should have left earlier or have been more prepared. Regardless if they realize it or not, subconsciously they're placing the blame on the traffic and not their inability to be prepared. Some people might believe that complaining is just merely making an observation around them, or that it's actually a creative outlet, but it's not. When you complain, you are reinforcing negative thoughts. It becomes a pattern, and the more you complain, the more you summon negative energy to surround you, and then you begin to attract more of that very thing that you're complaining about. This proposes a real danger for the people that are constant complainers. It traps them in a negative reality, giving them even more ammo to complain about. To the complainer, their circumstances are always unfortunate and out of their control. But this is simply not true, and the reality is that their thinking strategy needs to be updated because they're allowing their thoughts to be congruent with what they perceive as reality. Now, I do want to say that complaining doesn't make one bad. It simply puts a damper on their ability and potential to live an outstanding life. You are in control of your own life, and you are in control of your own thoughts. There's no direct handouts to level up. If you want something, you're going to have to shift your perspective, retrain your brain, but ultimately take responsibility for your own actions. If you're unhappy with what's going on at work or what's going on in your life, maybe you think you deserve more pay, maybe you think you deserve a different job. Well, then go seek out your boss and ask for a raise or go apply for a new position. But if the outcome is not one that you expected, look internally and try to figure out why that is, as opposed to complaining and placing blame on every other situation other than yourself. Oftentimes when we end up in an argument or are complaining about something, there's really a trigger that has set us off. Maybe instead of complaining, if we were to address the trigger instead, I'm just curious how far that might get us. 2020 kind of seems like the year of complaints. While I've had my own fair share of complaints in 2020, I've also realized that it's allowed me to become more self-aware of my thoughts, my actions, my triggers, and most of all, the things that I can hold myself accountable for. There's so many things that we complain about that I also wonder if it's because our ego gets in the way. You see, insecure people tend to complain a lot, but being confident and having an ego are not on the same page. See, I believe that there's a difference between confidence and ego. Confidence allows you to move forward even within the space of your insecurities, while your ego comes to a grinding halt and then places blame and creates excuses because of those insecurities. I believe that we also become insecure because we're in this constant battle to keep up with the Joneses. You see, we want to have flashy things and pretend to be people we aren't so we can impress people we don't even like. But if we were to live with more humility and get the shit in order that actually matters while checking our egos at the door, we would ultimately have less to complain about. Our brains would begin to regenerate growth, our feelings would become less stressful and less anxious, and we could live within that space of positivity where we already want to be. I know deep down that nobody wants to be a complainer, but if you're trapped in this box, I want you to look inward and really wrestle with the real reasons behind why you want to complain. It's Monday morning and the start of a brand new week. It's time to take responsibility for your own life. I want you to remember this: if it's to be, it's up to me. I believe in you. You got this. Go get it. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Embrace Monday. If you like this content, don't forget to hit that like button, and please also share it so others might be able to find value out of it as well. And also, if you have yet not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and do so by clicking that button right there. And if you would like to check out old episodes of Embrace Monday, go ahead and click up here in the right-hand corner. All right, have a great week, and remember, go get it.